Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we unpack complex ideas just for you. Today, we've got a really fascinating thought experiment lined up. Imagine pitting the absolute peak of modern sports science against, well, centuries of ancient Eastern wisdom. We're talking an Olympic gold medalist versus a Shaolin master. Sounds a bit like a movie plot, maybe, but it's actually a great way to explore the very limits of what humans can achieve.
It really is. You're looking at two completely different philosophies of peak performance converging.
Exactly. So for this deep dive, we've got our two contenders. First, this world-class Olympic sprinter, a 100-meter gold medalist. Their body is basically sculpted for explosive power, biomechanics perfected, chasing those fractions of a second, always under 10 seconds.
An incredible feat of specialized training.
And on the other side,
Yeah.
the Shaolin master. Legendary reputation, that calm authority steeped in centuries of discipline. We're talking mastery of combat forms like Wing Chun, Tiger style, physical skill blended with intense mental focus.
A completely different kind of discipline, rooted in tradition.
Our mission today is to unpack their strengths, their vastly different training methods, and explore who might actually come out on top in a, let's say, multifaceted challenge. It's not just a simple race or fight.
Right. The sources emphasize it's more nuanced than that.
Yeah.
It's about understanding how these radically different systems, science versus holistic tradition, achieve mastery.
Absolutely. And hey, before we really dive deep into these paths to excellence, just a quick word for you listening. If you enjoy getting great insights like this, you should definitely check out Mind Expansion Daily. It's packed with information to broaden your horizons.
Good point.
And while you're there, please do like and subscribe. It really helps us reach more people. Also, if you find value in what we do here, maybe consider buying us a coffee. The link's right there in the description.
We really appreciate the support.
We'd love to hear from you too. Do you agree with how we're framing this? Disagree? Let us know in the comments. And one more thing, tell us where you're listening from. We're trying to see how far Mind Expansion Daily reaches globally.
Yeah, that would be great to know.
Okay, so let's get back to our combatants. The Olympic sprinter, gold medalist, 100 meters. When we talk about a body sculpted for performance, for that explosive power, what's going on there biomechanically?
It's optimization to the extreme. Everything is geared towards maximum force generation in that very short window. Getting from A to B, incredibly fast. Under 10 seconds, their neuromuscular system is just wired differently, firing contractions so rapidly they can hit, over 27 miles per hour?
Wow, just pure targeted power.
Exactly. Specificity is key.
Then there's the Shaolin master. Traditional robes, that air of calm authority, incredible discipline, focus. But it's not just fighting skill, is it? It's rooted in these ancient traditions. Physical and mental fortitude combined. How do we even start comparing them?
Well, that's the interesting part our sources tackle. They propose this multi-stage competition idea. Because like you said, a simple race doesn't work. A straight fight doesn't either. It wouldn't capture the diversity of their skills.
Right, it needs to test different aspects. Makes sense. So stage one, according to the sources, is that pure speed test.
Yep.
The 100-meter dash.
And here you'd have to give the edge to the Olympian. Explosive start, top speed. That's their entire world. It would likely be a dominant win in this specific test.
No big surprises there. But then stage two sounds like it flips the script, an obstacle course.
Yeah, but incorporating martial arts elements. Think dodging simulated strikes, maybe walking a narrow balance beam under pressure, quick changes of direction. This is where the master's agility, their precision, that spatial awareness honed over years, that could really shine.
So it plays to their strengths. Fluidity, reaction, balance.
Precisely. Skills developed through constant mindful practice.
And stage three, a strategy round, like simulated sparring.
Exactly. Focusing on quick thinking, adaptability,
Okay.
it becomes more of a mental game, a chess match almost, testing tactical engagement beyond just physical attributes.
That feels like a really clever way to assess them both properly. It
Yeah.
highlights where each one excels.
It forces us to look beyond just speed or strength into intellect and intuition as well.
Okay, let's dig into the training, because this is where the differences are just stark. The Olympic athlete first. It's all science, precision, optimization. What's a day like for them?
It's incredibly structured. Early mornings, track work,
Yeah.
but not just running laps. They're using high-tech tools, motion capture, to analyze every single movement, every angle of their stride, looking for tiny gains.
Milliseconds count.
Yeah, absolutely. Then there's weightlifting for that raw power, plyometrics for explosive energy. Their body is treated like a high-performance machine, constantly tuned and measured. VO2 max, reaction times, personal bests. It's all data-driven.
And it's not just the track work, is it? There's a whole system around them.
Oh, completely. Nutrition is dialed in high-protein, specific carb-loading strategies. Recovery is just as important. Ice baths, massage, sleep monitoring. They've got sports psychologists for the mental game, physiotherapists for injury prevention.
Data analysts, too, you mentioned.
Yeah, predicting performance, optimizing training loads. It's an entire ecosystem built around maximizing that anaerobic capacity, that ability to sustain intense, short bursts of effort.
Okay. Now, contrast that with the Shaolin master. No motion capture cameras in the temple, I'm guessing. Their path starts young, often. What's the core philosophy?
It's fundamentally holistic. Mind, body, spirit. They're seen as inseparable. Training might start at dawn, not with sprints, but with qigong, these exercises to cultivate qi, or internal energy.
Key, right. Internal energy.
Then hours spent in deep stances, building incredible leg strength and stability, practicing kaidas, these flowing sequences of movements which demand perfect sync between breath and action.
So it's not just about power, but flow and control.
Very much so. Strength training is integrated, but it might involve traditional methods, weapons training like staffs or swords, alongside intricate barehanded forms. And yes, you hear about extreme practices too, like iron body training to withstand impact.
Iron body. Sounds intense. But it goes deeper than just the physical, right? The mental and spiritual side seems huge in Shaolin tradition.
It's arguably the foundation. Regular meditation sharpens focus to an incredible degree. They study philosophy, often Buddhist principles, learning humility, resilience, how to stay calm even in chaos. It's about mastering the self, not just the opponent.
Learning to turn defeat into an opportunity, you mean?
That kind of resilience, yes. And the training isn't just combat. It often includes things like herbal medicine, acupuncture, acrobatics. It's about mindfulness, reading intention, anticipating actions almost intuitively.
And that legendary endurance. Fasting, meditating in harsh conditions.
It builds a mental fortitude that's hard for us to grasp. An ability to endure pain, maintain absolute poise under extreme pressure. It's a different kind of toughness altogether.
Okay, so putting them head to head in our hypothetical challenge, where does the advantage lie? That initial burst, a straight line, the Olympian seems dominant there. Quick takedown attempt.
You'd think so. The sprinter closes distance incredibly fast. That initial acceleration is almost impossible to match. It makes a sudden, decisive attack very dangerous.
Wow.
But that's where the master's strategic depth comes in. They wouldn't meet force with force, necessarily. Kung Fu principles like softness overcomes hardness or ki. They might use the sprinter's own speed and momentum against them.
Redirecting the energy.
Exactly. Evading, redirecting a charge into a trip or a controlled throw. It's about efficiency, leverage, and timing, not just raw power. Outmaneuvering rather than overpowering.
Power versus precision, almost. What about mental toughness? The Olympian has that laser focus for the starting gun, that adrenaline peak. But it's short-lived, right?
It's intense, but specific to that moment, that finite event. Highly trained, highly effective for that context. Visualization, breathing techniques, it's all part of their mental prep.
And the master's mental game.
It's different. It's an enduring calm. Poise developed for unpredictable, chaotic situations. They train to maintain focus under extreme duress, sometimes even blindfolded, relying on other senses. It's less about peaking for one moment and more about maintaining equilibrium constantly, a kind of non-attachment almost.
So let's walk through the simulated showdown based on the sources. Round 1, the 100-meter sprint.
The Olympian wins.
Yeah.
Comfortably. Sub 10 seconds. The master likely trails, maybe even conserves energy, knowing this isn't their strength. Clear win for speed.
Okay. Round 2, the technique drill. Forms, precision, balance.
Here, the master excels. Fluid movements, perfect control, deep understanding of the nuances. They'd likely score near perfectly. The Olympian, powerful, yes, but the intricate movements, the philosophy behind them, they'd likely struggle. It's just not their training.
Right, completely different skill set. Then round 3, the integration. That chase with counters idea.
This is where it gets fascinatingly close. The master's ability to redirect, to use that speed against the sprinter, it could neutralize the power advantage. A slight misstep forced by a clever redirection could lead to a stumble.
Turning the sprinter's greatest asset into a liability.
Potentially. It could be a narrow victory for the master here, based on strategy and adaptability. So the overall result, it's incredibly tough to call, maybe a draw. Each dominates their specific area. Winning really depends on what you're measuring.
Which kind of proves the point, doesn't it? They're both champions, just in profoundly different arenas of human achievement.
Exactly. Pushing boundaries in their own unique ways.
So taking a step back, what are the big takeaways here? This comparison really highlights the diversity of human potential. Is mastery found in scientific optimization or in that holistic mind-body-spirit connection?
Our sources suggest the Olympian represents a triumph of the body, pushed to its limits by science and willpower. It's maximizing physical output with every tool available.
While the math.
Represents the unity of mind, body, spirit, cultivated through tradition, deep introspection. It's a path that maybe transcends just the physical accomplishment.
It really makes you think about what strength truly means. It's not just one thing, not just speed, not just power. It's this blend, isn't it? Power, wisdom, adaptability.
And in a world often focused on hyper-specialization, it's a good reminder of the value in different kinds of mastery, maybe even more integrated approaches.
Are we seeing more of that integration now? You mentioned MMA fighters using wrestling.
Definitely. There's increasing crossover. Olympic wrestling and MMA, gymnastic principles in various sports. This thought experiment raises interesting questions. Could a sprinter benefit from some kung fu principles for balance? Could a Shaolin practitioner use sports science to enhance speed?
The idea of a hybrid athlete is fascinating.
It opens up possibilities for new ways to think about human performance.
It really does. And honestly, it's inspiring on a personal level, too. Whatever you're pursuing, running a marathon, learning an instrument, anything, there are lessons here from both the Olympian's rigor and the master's holistic wisdom. Pushing your own limits.
Finding your own path to excellence.
So what does this all mean for you listening in? Hopefully this deep dive gets you thinking about these different forms of mastery and your own potential. We've covered how excellence shows up in varied ways, and real strength is, well, multifaceted.
It's a lot to chew on.
It is. So we have to ask, who do you think would ultimately win in this kind of multi-stage challenge? Let us know. Share your predictions, maybe your favorite Olympic moment or a Shaolin story if you have one, down in the comments.
We'd love to read them.
And please, if you enjoyed this exploration, hit that like button and subscribe to Mind Expansion Daily for more deep dives like this. If you really appreciated it, maybe buy us that coffee. The link's waiting in the description.
Every little bit helps us keep doing this.
And finally, don't forget to tell us where you're tuning in from. Let's see the global reach of Mind Expansion Daily.
Until next time, keep learning, keep questioning, and maybe consider this final thought.
The real winner is the one who never stops evolving.